doing? So, continuing on to all the things that we learned in class number 2 last night. We went over the reverse weave, which is awkward. So, to begin, we will just do review on forward weave, which, holding this like a bag on your shoulder, bringing it up and over in front of you, coming back and around this other shoulder, figure eighting in front of you. And when you get to this point right here, lead with the pinky and come and reverse that path. Holding it like so. Coming up, over, around that shoulder. Thumb is up, but then coming down. Pinky is leading to follow that path up and over this other shoulder. That part of your fist is always the one that's coming forward when you're doing the reverse. It's like an underhand version, I guess. Because the other one would be coming up, over, and this one is going down, over, down, over, up, over, reverse it to go down, up, over, down, up, over, until you are float it like a mofo. Super light grip on that when I'm doing it. Basically holding it like so the whole time. Do a different way, which would be holding it like, hey, okay. That would probably work well too, because then it's pivoting inside. So you could do that. Or like I prefer to do it is like a little gorilla hand. Bring that arm back, swing it down, up, back, over that shoulder. Pinky leads down, up, back, down, up, back, down, up, back, down, up, back. My hand is pretty much here the whole time. Before I was mentioning for the forward weave, you know, you can do the one where you're moving that whole arm, or you can just isolate it more with the wrist. You can do the same way with this one where your arm is more engaged, or you can do it smaller. Starting out, it might be easier to bring it up and over. I'm actually not sure which way is easier, to be honest with you. They're both awkward, but super cool. Remembering though that when it is coming to your side, that you want it as parallel with the wall as possible. Sometimes it's easy to have it flatten out a little bit, so try to avoid that. Rather than being super isolated in front, you can hinge it a little bit and bring it following that figure eight. It's what you feel comfortable with. That's what all this is about. And it's all just fun, so it's not like you're getting tested later. Or are you? Nah, you're not. Behind the back pass. Almost forgot about that. So we are hand hooping. The hoop is going to the left, and we are going to turn in that direction, and we are going to continue turning until we get to this point where it would be really weird to keep doing this. I mean, this is a thing, but in this case, when we get to this position, we are grabbing it and almost tossing it. It's just a smooth pass. Hopefully you can see that. In class I had you doing this. Thumb down, thumbs meeting, thumb down, thumbs meeting, thumbs down. And then you continue. It catches on the top of your hand, and then you will be doing hand hooping in the reverse direction, which led us to the reverse weave. Boom, boom, boom. Prayer hands. Take a hand out. This is my right hand. Turning, turning, pass, catch it to continue hooping backwards. And then do. The momentum will spin you around. Spinning and turning and passing, and continue that turn and swoop, swoop. Let the momentum bring you back around. You can do it slow, thumb to thumb, just to get the muscle memory inside of you. My pointer fingers are pretty much touching when I pass off. The other things we went over were hingings. Super fun. I love hinging. It's one of my favorite ways to get in and out of moves. There's a lot you can do with them, which we'll cover. It was pretty basic, and you guys freaking rocked it. So holding it in front of you, my elbows are slightly bent, like a big wheel, and you can just use your momentum of, the strength of the right hand to just bring it over, or you can give it a little push with that hand, which I like to do, and it's just kind of become a thing that I always do it. Can't help it anymore, basically. But push it towards your right. It's going to go all the way behind you until it meets back with your hand. And then you can do a continuous. It can be a move in itself where you're just hinging the night away. Reverse it for fun. Hinge. I have a loose grip so that the hoop is able to just swing within my grip. So it's not super tight, just tight enough to hold the hoop up, you know? Hinge out, in, out, in. You can go into all kinds of things afterwards, but again, we will get into that later. Right now, this is just the basic hinging motion, which will lead us into hinging all the way back, catching that B, and then we're going to go into the barrel roll, yeah, barrel turn, barrel roll, you know what I mean? This is like a barrel. If you look to the top of your hoop, keeping your posture upright, focus on that. Your hands are going to drive it, going to the left. It is on my lower back. There's connection there. Following it down, and you are going to, you can do a cross turn with your feet. something like this. That's how I like to turn. Or you can just turn. Do whatever the heck you want. Turning. This elbow is coming up. This hoop is pretty small, so I'm kind of like really in there. Elbow's coming up. This other elbow's close to my body. And when I turn towards the back, it's at my belly. So when I started it, it was at my back. And then I turned it. It's at my belly. And then I'm going to continue that with my posture staying upright until I complete the whole circle. Then you can reverse that. It isn't necessary that you're looking at it, but for getting the move down, that helps. You just have to be careful that you're not following it so much that you're going like that, which is easy to do. This move can be done with any size hoop, large marge, as I like to refer to this hoop as. I'm doing it, and it's pretty freaking cool still. So if you had a big hoop, even a ginormous hoop, you can do these awesome moves too, which is cool because if you have this big guy for like straight up cardio purposes and you're doing your thing and you're like, oh, getting tired over here, you just grab it, dude. Alright, which leads us to smearing. So, smearing. Super fun to go into the smears after the barrel. So you can just start smearing right with it, which is a really cool transition in itself. Otherwise you can do it out of the hinge. Any hinge will do, as long as you've got it. Holding it like so. And you are, in this case, we will start with the right hand going up like the barrel turn. But when it gets to this point up top, where your elbow is up like so, and your left hand in this case is at your left hip, that is where you are going to rotate it to the front. And while it's rotating across your belly, you are smearing it up at the same time. So then when your right hand gets to your right hip, same concept, except for on your back, smearing along your back, but as you're smearing along your back, you're also pulling it forward so that you can continue belly smear, hip, lower back, hip, belly, hip, back, hip, reverse. It's like you're driving that big wheel, steering wheel, but you are the horn, you are inside. This one is really fun to turn with. You can turn any point, whatever you feel comfortable with. In this case, we would do like the cross turn, like I showed you before, or just turn, stepping. Doesn't matter. We can all turn. When you get to here, when you're turning and say get to the belly, then you would be like at a 4 count. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you could do it super fast. I suggest doing these super slow to start. It's kind of a lot to think about, like seems super easy, but when you start getting movement involved, I can't decide if it's easier or harder when you're beginning, but it's definitely fun. And it's a good stall movement to do. You're like, what am I gonna do next? I don't know. And okay, fine, I'll hinge it, and then I'll hinge it back. And then I'll figure out what. I'll hinge it, and then I'll hinge it back. Later we'll learn how to pick up your hook with your foot, which was... I tried to drop it, see? So we started all this out facing the right. And I will count it out this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yay! Awesome! Awesome! Thanks, ladies, and I will see you next Sunday. Awesome! Doo-doo-doo.
Feels